Coming up on Rock Live, the holidays are upon us, and UPB hosted their annual Seasons of Giving in the Smith Student Center. Also coming up, students are getting excited for Taco Bell and Dunkin' Donuts coming to SRU. More on that later.
And finally, has this late Thanksgiving impacted your finals week? Hear what students are saying about the change. All this and more on this episode of Rock Live. Welcome back to Rock Live. I'm Hannah Shumsky.
And I'm Brendan Howe. The Slippery Rock Student Government Association had their final formal meeting on Monday, and we are here to give you all the details. To start off the meeting, Slippery Rock's president, Dr. William J. Berry, addressed a new student tuition proposal that would increase the cost of tuition starting in the 2020-2021 academic year. This proposal would bring a 3.5% increase to tuition, or 0.5% would go towards financial aid for students. The other percentage would go towards maintenance, funding for clubs and organizations, salaries for professors, and more. The SGA held a vote to support this motion as it would be presented to the Council of Trustees. The vote was cast by a show of hands and ended with no support for the tuition increase, with 9 votes in favor, 10 votes not in favor, and 4 votes abstaining.
Several clubs and organizations received funding as well. The intramural sports, flag football, had a motion passed of $8,014.44 for equipment and travel costs. The Rotia was also granted $26,026 to go towards their current iMats with newer models, a new printer, and new equipment.
Most of us remember the strike back in the fall of 2016. Well, now it is time for the PASHE teacher contract negotiations. Ron McNerney spoke to Dr. Fleming, a communication professor at Slippery Rock, to get a better understanding on how the negotiations are going.
So I can't really talk too much about how they're changing right now, but I can tell you that the process for negotiations was dynamically different than it has been in the past. My first year at Slippery Rock, my first month actually, we went on strike, and from what I understand, that's incredibly rare for a PASHE, for APSCUF to go on strike. So I was on potty patrol, and I'm so grateful for our chancellor and the way that they worked with our APSCUF's reps to be able to put together such a smooth process, and that way I will never have to do potty patrol for a strike again.
Dr. Fleming also mentioned how the contracts have only been approved by the APSCUF as of now, and the state has yet to approve or deny them. Fleming also stated that the chancellor has made everything into a very smooth process. We will keep you updated when we get more information.
Recently, there has been a lot of speculation regarding new businesses here around Slippery Rock. Rock Live reporters Ryan Holland and Tanner Domsky went out to Main Street to figure out when we should expect these new businesses to be open.
The town of Slippery Rock consists of a lot of local restaurants and coffee shops, but not many chain ones. Taco Bell and Dunkin' Donuts are currently under construction to add to McDonald's, Sheetz, and Starbucks as quick food options. Taco Bell will be located next to Rite Aid, which is near Giant Eagle, and Dunkin' Donuts will open up in the old Sheetz building located next to McDonald's. College students generally prefer chain restaurants in many cases. Cost, convenience, and familiarity are all important factors, and many Slippery Rock students are happy to have more food options, and for the ones that love Taco Bell and Dunkin', they are happy to be able to save money on gas.
As a senior here at Slippery Rock, I feel like having a Taco Bell and Dunkin' Donuts in town will be a good thing. I know that they'll get a lot of business. In years past, I've always had to drive to Grove City to enjoy those two places, so it'll definitely be a nice thing to have here in town.
Coffee is something many college students need to be able to stay alert during lectures and completing assignments. And also, who doesn't love studying and socializing at a coffee shop? I also asked a couple of coffee lovers on their thoughts on specifically Dunkin' Donuts opening up.
I'm super excited for Dunkin' to become the Slippery Rock. It's going to be really nice for my senior year.
I'm not that excited that Dunkin's coming because I prefer Starbucks way more.
Some students may prefer Starbucks over Dunkin', and some may prefer McDonald's over Taco Bell. But the general consensus around campus is that students are very excited for these two restaurants. Both restaurants are expected to be open near the start of the spring semester. Reporting for Rock Live, I'm Tanner Wadomski.
We recently heard great news from Mayor John David Longo about the opening of Taco Bell and Dunkin'. He made a post on Twitter stating that both Taco Bell and Dunkin' are expected to open in Slippery Rock imminently. Twitter user Jermaine Wynn asked Mayor Longo how much longer it would be until Dunkin' is finished being built. Londo happily responded, saying that it would be approximately 45 to 60 days. That's some great news for returning students in the spring semester for members of the community as well.
Light Up Night has been a tradition at Slippery Rock for many years now, and it just recently took place again on November 23rd and featured Christmas tree judging, live music, letters to Santa, Christmas carols, and more. This is perfect for bringing the community together and for getting everyone excited for the holiday season. At the event, there were also toy donations for Toys for Tots, which can make holidays better for those in need. The Christmas tree is a great spot for families to take photos in front of and to also promote the Slippery Rock Area Elementary School. The ornaments for the tree were crafted and decorated by the elementary kids to bring some true holiday cheer to Slippery Rock. There are many more events to get everyone excited for the holiday season, such as the annual Seasons of Giving event on our own campus.
And speaking of, the Seasons of Giving is upon us here at Slippery Rock. The UPB-sponsored event took place last Thursday, December 5th during COMM. With iceless ice skating, sugar cookie decorating, and more, the event always brings holiday cheer to the SRU campus.
So the Butler Salvation Army, they partner with the OSL, and we partner with UPB, and basically they send us 75 kids to sponsor, and we send that out and distribute it out to all the departments and organizations for them to sponsor. And the requirements are for them to spend between $100 and $125 for each kid that they sponsor.
I love that it gives so many people opportunities to volunteer, and also just brings so much happiness to the kids and their parents for Christmas, and that we're able to provide those gifts is really something special.
Wondering how icy it's going to be on your walk to take your last final? Planning your commute home after finals? Coming up, Lamine's going to give you all the info you need as you prepare to leave campus this week.
WSRU-TV News is the student-run news station for Slippery Rock University. The studio is held in the Maltby Center on SRU's campus. WSRU-TV produces multiple shows, including Around the Rock, A Week in Review, the SGA Update, the Rocket Sports Report, and the Weekly Bite. All shows on WSRU-TV are anchored, written, produced, and edited by SRU students. Students have the opportunity to learn valuable skills in the field of television broadcasting. WSRU-TV. Your campus, your community, your station.
Do you remember when you were told not to play with fire? You were told to be quiet. When they said caring wasn't in your generation's DNA. When they said stop playing with toys. Do you remember when they said stop dreaming? At Slippery Rock, we inspire the dreams, the noise, the caring to challenge you to be your best. Now and in the future, Slippery Rock University. Experience the difference. Do you remember when you were told to sit still? Walk, don't run. Don't sit too close to the screen. Don't touch that. Color inside the lines. At Slippery Rock, we inspire the motion, the music, and the moments of challenge that allow you to be your best, now and in the future. Slippery Rock University. Experience the difference.
Welcome back, Rock. Let's check in with Lamine to see how this week's weather will play out during finals. Lamine?
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are having a great finals week. I'm here today to give you all the info that you need to get ready to leave campus this week. To start off, our current temperature is 34 degrees with a high of 44, a low of 19. As we look ahead this week on Wednesday, we are looking at a high of 29 and a low of 17, being partly cloudy with some brisk winds hitting us. Even though it's sunny, it is time to bundle up. As the week progresses on, we are looking at temperatures as high as 34 with a low of 25 going into Thursday. Following that same partially cloudy day from Wednesday, and as we go into Friday, the end of this finals week, we are looking at higher temperatures such as 40 degrees and the low around 35 with the chance of precipitation, and it's going to be a cloudy day. Again, Wednesday and Thursday, we are expecting a partly cloudy sky, but do not expect much or any type of precipitation until Friday. So if you're planning on if you're planning to leave later in the week, you might want to watch out and be careful. There might be ice out there. Once again, I want to wish you all a safe and happy holiday season, and I can't wait to see you all back on campus at the end of January. Now, back to you at the desk.
Slippery Rock University international students shared a piece of their hopes with the campus community celebration. November 17th to the 23rd. The 7-day event is co-sponsored by SRU's Office of Global Engagement, the International Club at SRU, and the Study Abroad Club. There are 34 countries currently represented at SRU by more than 70 students.
It's been 6 years since Thanksgiving has occurred so late November. Students only had 1 week to prepare for finals. But did students realize this? We went around campus to ask the students of Slippery Rock how this had impacted their preparations for finals. Here's what students had to say.
I think it will add a lot of stress. I feel like there's a lot more pressure to like study and less time too. So I feel like that's more pressure on us, you know. I feel like it's better to have 2 weeks instead of 1 because then, you know, I feel like it's better to like study over time instead of like in one short period. You can do a lot better on tests and stuff. That's what I think.
All right.
I really don't think that there will be a difference only having 1 week because I'm stressed 99.99% of the time. How I'm going to prepare for finals week is by crying like I always do.
While it's beginning to look a lot like finals week here at Slippery Rock University, many students turn to the art as a way to deal with the stress finals week brings. With stress being at an all-time high, it can seem impossible to get everything done. Managing work, projects, and sleep becomes increasingly more difficult during finals week. So it is common for students to cut back on other activities, such as exercising. But putting your note cards aside and going to the gym can be extremely beneficial for your studying.
Getting through finals week can be stressful for many students, which is why many turn to activities such as exercise to alleviate some stress from the week. Slippery Rock University's The Arc is the perfect place to do that in. Robbie Greger, a junior safety major, is currently employed there and explains some tips on why The Arc is a great place to go during finals week.
The ARC offers several different ways for you to get your mind off things during finals week. For example, you can come here and you can go swimming, swim a couple laps. You can go climb up to over 50 feet. You can face your fears, take your mind off things that are normally stressful during finals week. So if you come here, it's a great stress relief that other places on campus do not offer.
The best part of winter break is being able to unwind from the stressful semester, make hot chocolate, wrap yourself in a blanket, and binge watch your favorite shows. With Disney Plus releasing last month and Netflix constantly adding new shows to their catalog, it's hard not to be constantly streaming. We went out and asked Slippery Rock students what shows they were most looking forward to binge watching over.
Binge watching wise, probably going to be a lot of cooking shows, diners, drive-ins, and dives, and definitely some Chopped.
Probably The Office because it's my favorite show, and like Disney Plus and Christmas movies, pretty much.
Over Christmas break, I plan on finishing Friends and Parks and Rec.
Disney Plus, Marvel movies, all 47 hours.
Football team, stick around for a one-on-one interview with Brad Zaffram to talk about the team's success this season. We'll be right back.
Rock Productions is the student public relations firm that's associated with the Public Relations Student Society of America.
People should join Rock Productions because of all the amazing benefits. Being an affiliate of PRSSA is one of the best parts of Rock Productions. A benefit of being a Rock Productions member is having the opportunity to be able to get headshots.
Members have the opportunity to network, learn new skills, improve their writing and design work with on and off-campus clients, and explore the industry of public relations.
Just go for it. There's something for you in Rock Productions. There's something for everyone in Rock Productions. Whether you like design, video, photography, there's literally something for everyone. And if you don't know how to do it, you'll learn.
As a PRSSA member, you have access to many opportunities on their websites, such as scholarships, internships, conferences, job opportunities, and more. Meetings are every Wednesday at 4 p.m. in Eisenberg. If you're looking for an opportunity to learn more about public relations and have some fun while doing it, then Rock Productions is the club for you. Meetings involve food socials, PR competitions, project updates, and guest speakers. Check out our website and social media platforms for details on our next meeting and see showcased work from our members.
Welcome back to Rock Live.
Do you remember when you were
Today,
told
reporter
not
Deja
to play
Mincy
with
got
fire?
to sit down with
You were
one
told
of
to be
SRU's
quiet.
linebackers, Brad Zaffram, for an exclusive interview to talk about SRU's impressive 13-0 season.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Rock Live. Today for our sports segment, we'll be interviewing Brad Zaffram, who's a linebacker on the Slippery Rock football team. So Brad, tell me about how the team's been doing this year.
You know, team's doing great. You know, we're 12-0. You know, so can't complain about anything. You know, we got a big game this week. You know, we lost last year at this week, so you know we got some revenge to take on them this week.
Yeah, so stakes are high with wanting to do better than you guys did last year.
Yeah, for sure. You know, last year I feel like we kind of went into this game a little cocky. You know, felt like we already had the game won. But, you know, this year we're hungry, you know, because we lost this week last year, so we're real hungry for it.
Yeah, so would you say that attitudes are a little bit different in practice and things like that than compared to last year at this point in the season?
Yeah, for sure. You know, our coach has a motto called 4th and 1, so it's like a mentality that, you know, every game and every play is on the line for, you know, every second of the game, every second of practice, you know, all that. So, you know, we've just been working hard, keeping our head down, and just doing what we can do.
So, Brad, you're a linebacker, which means you play defense, correct?
Yeah.
So could you just tell us a little bit about, what your position entails?
As a linebacker, we're kind of like the quarterbacks of the defense, so we'll tell the defensive linemen where to go and what coverage, you know, the defensive backs have to play. So each linebacker will have a gap to fill to, you know, tackle the running back. So we got to be big enough to hit with the big offensive lineman and then fast enough, you know, to run with the receivers or run with the running backs and, you know, make tackles.
Seems like a pretty big job, so you do it really well. I know the game usually is more offensive based, just in any football team. People focus on offense a lot more, but at Slippery Rock, I would say personally that you guys have a really, really strong defense. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, we have a great offense, you know, probably the best offense in the nation. But, you know, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, defense wins championships, and that's just how it goes.
You guys get a win this weekend. That means that your season would extend into what would be our Christmas break time. So what does that mean for you guys as a team?
You know, it's just a great opportunity, honestly. We're in the final 8 teams in the country, and if we win this week, we'll be in the final 4. And, you know, Slippery Rock has only been there once before in 1999, so, you know, it's just a great opportunity, and, you know, we're just blessed to be here.
Would you say that the chemistry in the team has, gotten stronger since your time here and being on the football team?
Yeah, I'd have to say so. You know, I've been to 4 different schools, and I'd have to say that this is by far the closest team that I've been on. You know, and we've won a bunch of close games, and I really believe that the reasons that we win those close games is because of the love that we have for our brother, you know.
What do you think goes into making that such a strong bond here for the Slippery Rock team?
It's really just, you know, we're just working every day together, you know, and it starts from our coaching staff, you know, and our interns and everybody. You know, we all have a love for a game, for one purpose, and that's just to win. So I feel like that, you know, helps the bond.
So with how close your team is, and like you said, your coach is having certain mottos that help push you guys through practice, would you say that those mottos and instilling those in you guys have helped make you guys a more cohesive unit as a football team?
Yeah, I'd agree. You know, Coach says it every single day, and, you know, we laugh about him for it, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's the reason why, you know, we're so good and we continue to get better, and, you know, we just outplay our opponents.
So, Brad, where are you from?
Buffalo, New York.
So a little ways away.
Yeah, 3-hour trip.
So in the event that the season extends for you guys with a win this weekend, with you living so far, would you try to make time to go home and see family for Christmas, or would family come to you?
I mean, my mom, she comes to pretty much every game, you know. She hasn't missed a game in I don't even know how long, probably since high school, honestly. But, you know, so she'll be here.
What does life after Slippery Rock football entail for you?
You know, in the spring, I'll be training for the NFL combines and, you know, to try to get a chance at the next level, because there are scouts in the stands looking at me and a couple other players as well on our team. So, you know, that's my dream, and it's always been my dream. But, you know, if that doesn't work out, I'm going to get a degree in leadership, so I plan to go into coaching after that if that doesn't work out.
Well, that's awesome, and we wish you the best. Well, that's going to do it for us today on Rock Live. Thank you for tuning in with me and my guest, Brad Zaffram. We wish him all the best luck this weekend in his game. And that's it for us today, so back to you.
Slippery Rock University football team advanced to the NCAA Division II semifinals with a thrilling 65-59 victory over Notre Dame College last Saturday. The Rock, now 13-0 with the win, establishes a new program record for single-season victories. Slippery Rock advances to the national semifinals for the second time ever and for the first time since 1998. They will get to stay home for the semifinals after the NCAA awarded SRU a number 2 seed. The Rock will host number 3 seed Minnesota State next Saturday with a 12:30 p.m. kickoff in the national semifinals. If you're a student who lives in the dorms and who wants to see this Saturday game, there's no need to fear. You will also be allowed to request a late checkout on Saturday or even Sunday, and your ticket to the game will be free as well.
With finals week upon us, many facilities on campus will be having different hours to accommodate students during finals. The ARC will be staying open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. Monday and Tuesday night, while on Wednesday, the ARC will be open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Thursday, the ARC will be open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. The Bailey Library will also be operating different hours during finals week. The library will be operating 24 hours from Sunday through Thursday until midnight. The library will then be open at 7 a.m. on Friday. AVI Dining will be providing free coffee after 9 p.m. while supplies last.
On December 7th, the Slippery Rock Dance Theater held a fall concert that consisted of various performances by students within the dance department. The fall concert gives students the chance to put their own work out there. The production included auditions, weekly rehearsals, custom music, lighting, and costumes. The concert was open to the public, and tickets were priced at $10.
Winter commencement is only days away. How are our upcoming graduates preparing for the outside world? What do they have planned after graduation? Find out after this short commercial break.
WSRU-TV News is the student-run news station for Slippery Rock University. The studio is held in the Maltby Center on SRU's campus. WSRU-TV produces multiple shows, including Around the Rock, A Week in Review, the SGA Update, the Rocket Sports Report, and the Weekly Bite. All shows on WSRU-TV are anchored, written, produced, and edited by SRU students. Students have the opportunity to learn valuable skills in the field of television broadcasting. WSRU-TV. Your campus, your community, your station.
Do you remember when you were told not to play with fire? You were told to be quiet. When they said caring wasn't in your generation's DNA. When they said stop playing with toys. Do you remember when they said stop dreaming? At Slippery Rock, we inspire the dreams, the noise, the caring to challenge you to be your best. Now and in the future, Slippery Rock University. Experience the difference.
Welcome back. More than 525 Slippery Rock University students will be participating in the university's winter commencement ceremony this Saturday, December 14th. The ceremony will be live streamed at www.sru.edu.
Creating connections while in college is very important. That is why the new Handshake app is perfect for students. Rock Live correspondent Ron McNerney spoke to John Rindy about the importance of the app.
Well, Handshake's very important, and I'll tell you why, and let me talk about briefly about how it works and why it's different from Simplicity. In Simplicity, companies would post jobs, but they could not come and find you. They couldn't go into the Simplicity system and then hunt you out and find you and communicate with you. That's not true in Handshake. So first of all, employers can come and view your profile. Now think about how Handshake works. It used to be with Simplicity, employers would have to set up an account at Slippery Rock, set up an account at Clarion, and then post a job at Slippery Rock, post a job at Clarion. That's not how Handshake works. They select from a list of all schools that are Handshake schools. These are the schools I want my postings to go to. And then they just post a job and it goes to all of them. Mm-hmm. So the total number of full-time job postings has risen since this time last year by over 1,100%. Okay, so there's a lot of full-time jobs on Handshake. Internships are up over 700% in 1 year. And so you need to activate and add flesh to the bone. You need to get your skills and your employment in there. It's almost like a LinkedIn profile a little bit, because we already have reports of students who are being contacted by employers for interviews because they read their Handshake profile. You want, but I want you to keep in mind that with Handshake, any of those jobs that you see on there are with companies who specifically chose to post those jobs at Slippery Rock University. So those two things you can be guaranteed: that that company wants a Slippery Rock grad, and number two, that that job is a bona fide real job with a good, solid employer.
To get started with Handshake, be sure to visit the Career and Development page on SRU's website, or you can download the Handshake app from the App Store on iOS and Android devices.
With winter commencement only days away, it can be a scary time for graduating seniors. We went out and asked a couple of upcoming graduates how they feel about leaving Slippery Rock's campus and heading out into the workforce.
I plan to be working as a overhire work for the production companies I am, and then hopefully be working somewhere in my field of study, which is theater, or really any entertainment that's around in the area.
It's kind of bittersweet though. You know, I've really liked, you know, all the experiences I got here, but on the other hand, I'm just excited to get out.
My favorite part was probably the environment of all the friends and, you know, people throughout the campus. There was not really any, as I would call it, really bad moments for me interacting with people on campus. Everyone was very, you know, excited to be here. Everyone had a great attitude towards everything normally every day. You know, everyone talks about having these bad moments in college and stuff, and it's just a pain in the butt just to go through all of it and just have a bad negative attitude. You know, we all have them. We all have negative attitudes. Everybody has those days where they're just like, man, I just don't want to do it today. But I love that about Slippery Rock, that even though people have those types of bad days, everyone tries to do what's best for themselves on the inside and make it better for everyone around them on the outside.
Oh boy, there's too many, honestly. Like, I've met so many people from around the world that it's been amazing to get all those cultural experiences. But you know, I love everything about this place. I have an internship lined up with the city of Franklin. I'll be doing photos, videos, stuff like that for their social media page. I'm super excited, and hopefully it will lead to, you know, something bigger down the line.
Definitely look into the opportunities that are around on campus, and look and see what are available as options to help you as tools. We all have smartphones nowadays. There's plenty of things on the internet that people can use to get involved with campus, to see what's happening, and using those types of things to make the community a better place is always such a great thing to have.
And that concludes this episode of Rock Live. We want to personally thank Dr. Fleming for making this such a great semester for all of us.
And also be sure to follow the WSRU-TV News Facebook page for more news content. Thank you all for watching, and we all wish you a happy holidays, and we will see you next year. Rock out!